All right, so we are back to our second video. We are on page 27, back in the note packet. One class got to the midpoint formula, the other one didn't, but we really didn't do much practice with it. So I do want to take a moment just to go over this with you guys. So for the midpoint, imagine, we have a segment, and a midpoint is a point that's right in the middle, so that point cuts the segment in half into two congruent marks like that. So the idea is, if we are working with a coordinate graph like we are in example 3 and example 4, we can actually put a formula to this. And a midpoint is an x and y value on the coordinate graph. And to find that midpoint, you're going to take your x's from the endpoints. You're going to add them up and divide by 2. And then you're just going to do the same for the y values. You're going to add them up and divide by 2. So for instance, if I start with example 3, I have segment EF. It has the endpoints -3, 4. And then I have segment F, which is 3, 2. And I want to find the midpoint. So what I can do from there is simply add my x's, divide by 2, add my y's, and divide by 2, and then I'll find out where the segment is in the middle. So somewhere, I didn't draw that very straight, but maybe somewhere like in this vicinity right here. All right, so what I'm going to do is add my x's. So there's a side for my x, there's a side for my y, and I'm just going to add my x's. Remember, those are the first numbers in the parentheses. So -3 plus 3 divide by 2. So what I'll do next is get that numerator down to one number. So -3 plus 3 is 0, and 0 divided by 2 is 0. So that's the x coordinate of my midpoint. And then I'll do the same, but with the y values. So those are the ones I'll be circling. So I'm going to add them up and divide by 2. So when I add them up, I get 6, and 6 divided by 2 is 3. And this should be where the middle is. And if you look, I was really close to 0, 3. If I wasn't using my computer, I could probably get that much more exact. So most of the examples are like example 3, but sometimes you're going to have something a little more challenging like in example 4. So QS has an endpoint, one of them Q, -4, 1. And they're actually going to tell us the midpoint this time. It's -1, -1. And what we want to do is find the other endpoint. So that means if M is in the middle, this S is somewhere over here. Where, I'm not quite sure, but again, I'm not great at drawing on this. So S is somewhere here, and we need to figure out its X and Y value. So what we can do is just stick with that formula for the X's. Oops, can't see a color right now. And basically what happened is they took this X and this unknown X, right? They added them up, they divided by 2, and they got the X midpoint. So that's my -1. So when I show you the X's, I'm going to show you the more mathematical approach. And then when I show you the Y's, I think I'll show you kind of just think about it approach. So what I want to do is solve for X. So the first thing that's really throwing me off when I want to solve for X is that I have a denominator. So what I'm going to do is get rid of that denominator to isolate X. And so if you notice, they divided by 2 here. So to undo that dividing by 2, what I'm going to do is multiply by 2. And that multiplying by 2 cancels out the dividing by 2. So what I can do over here is now multiply this side by 2, and then I get -4 plus x equals -2. And now to solve for x, I just have to get x alone, and I'm going to add 4, and x ends up being 2. So that's how I would go about solving for x. Now let me show you a slightly different way for y, if you can just sit back and think about it, okay? So I'm going to use the space up here above the graph, and again, they took one y value, which is 1. They added to this unknown y value, y, divided by 2, and they got the midpoint, again, -1. So what I want to think about right now is what number would they have cut in half or divided by 2 to get this -1 here? And the number that they would have cut in half to get -1 would be -2. I hope that makes sense. So what's going to happen here is that means 1 plus y just has to be this -2 now at this point. And so what I can do now to get y alone is just subtract the 1, and I'll get -3. And if you go back and think about it, and I wish my highlighter would show up, but it's not working that well, is that if I take the 1 and I add this -3, that's -2, and -2 divided by 2 gives me the -1. So I'm not quite sure which approach you want to use. The first way is definitely a more mathematical way. The second way, I probably didn't do such a great job of explaining it. But at this point, we're going to switch over. We're going to be looking at the page that says midpoint. I'm going to walk you through a couple of them and then let you work from there. All right, so this type of sheet should look a little familiar. There are colors at the bottom. I did not provide the coloring page this time, so sorry about that. We'll just use the space to solve. So a couple different styles of problems are popping up. So why don't we just take a look at the first row together. So if there's not a picture, draw a picture. So number 1 starts with B is the midpoint of AC. So here's AC, here's B. Since it's a midpoint, that means this segment is congruent to this segment. So from there, they tell me that AC, this whole thing is 26. And what I need to do is figure out just what BC is. So what that is going to mean is I just want to figure out what's this length from here to here. So if the whole thing is 26 and I've just cut 26 in half, that's going to make BC worth 13. So that's some of our midpoints. Number 3 is also going to be similar. So if GH from here to here is 8, then what I want to know is what's the whole thing. And if you notice those congruent markers, so if the left side is 8, then according to the congruent marker, the right side is 8, and then I can use that to figure out this whole thing, that from G to J is a total of 16. So that's what we've been seeing with midpoint, but now midpoint can also be used with an X and Y coordinate. So I'm going to use my formula, and I'm going to add my X's. So just putting my work here. So 3 plus 5, and then cut that in half. So 3 plus 5 is 8, cut 8 in half, and my X coordinate is 4. When I do the Y coordinate, remember these are the Y's, I'm going to take 5 plus 9 and cut that amount in half, which is 14. 14 cut in half is 7, and then I have my midpoint, which is now an actual ordered pair. I'll have 2 numbers as my answer. So the rest of them kind of go that same way. So what I want you to do is, this video has been about 9 minutes, is let's spend again about another 20 minutes here from the video ending, and do as much of this page as you can. Again, the sub will have an answer key, so go up and check with the sub to see how you did and to see the work shown.